This is a video review of the film. The film contains actors over 18 years of age. The video is made for entertainment purposes. The author of the video does not intend to offend anyone. Hello everyone. Today I will talk about the film The Last House on the Left. Two policemen are taking a dangerous criminal to prison. They stop the car in front of a railroad crossing. The officer jokes about the fact that the man sitting in the back seat is going to the most dangerous prison, but Craig is not afraid. He laughs at the policeman's joke. A woman and a man in masks approach the car. They kill one cop. Craig gets out of the car and tells the officer a new joke. A girl named Mary is a professional swimmer. She trains in the pool with her mother. The woman trains her daughter herself. In a month, Mary will have a swimming competition, but the girl's family is moving to a country house for several months. Mary's father works as a doctor in a hospital. The family arrives at the house, and Mary immediately goes to the lake to swim. After a short training session, Mary returns home and asks her parents for some money and a car. Mary wants to go to the city to see her friend. The parents allow the girl to take the car, but she must return home in the evening. Mary's friend works as a salesperson in a store. Paige apologizes to Mary for not calling her often and for not wishing her a happy birthday, but Mary is not offended by her. A strange guy approaches the cash register and asks to sell him a pack of cigarettes, but Paige can't sell cigarettes to a minor. The guy offers other cigarettes in exchange for cigarettes. His cigarettes have a special taste. Paige is not against making such a trade. After work, he and Paige go to Justin's. He lives in a motel and invites girls to come into his room to smoke. But Mary refuses. She calls her mom and asks permission to stay overnight at Paige's, but the mother is against it and asks her daughter to return home in the evening. Mary enters the room and sees that her friend is having a lot of fun. Paige offers to join and Mary agrees. Mary tries smoking for the first time and seems to like it, but soon their fun comes to an end. Justin's father and uncle enter the room. Justin's father is the same escaped criminal. He is very unhappy that his son brought girls home. Justin asks to let his new friends go, but the man says that he cannot let them go. Mary is simply silent. She understands that there is no need to anger these people. But Paige is trying to negotiate with them. She promises that she will not tell anyone that they saw them and asks them to let them go. But after her words, Francis wanted to take the girls with him even more. Paige tries to escape through the bathroom but fails to break the window. The girl screams with all her might, but no one hears her. They all get into Mary's car and drive away. On the way, Mary behaves with restraint and even tells Craig the way. Craig's girlfriend is surprised. She likes Mary.
I don't know, Krug. I think Mary here has some potential you should consider.
Suddenly, Mary attacks the woman. Mary tries to escape, but fails. Craig continues to drive and doesn't realize that he should have just stopped during the fight. And of course, he crashes into a tree. Craig and Francis lead the girls out of the car. They are going to kill them. But Mary is not going to die today and will attack the kidnappers. Paige also tries to break free and manages to escape. Paige runs into the woods and sees people in the distance, but she doesn't have time to call for help. The woman leads Paige to the car. Francis wants to kill her, but Craig stops him and says that they will still need the girl. He rips her t-shirt and ties her hands. Craig approaches his son and invites him to use Mary, but Justin refuses to follow his orders.
What's the matter with you?
Paige sees how they are torturing her friend and tells them to go to hell. Craig really doesn't like the fact that Paige is acting this way. He picks her up and uses a knife. Paige falls to the ground and slowly bleeds out. Mary realizes that her friend will soon die.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Craig pushes the girl to the ground and gets down to business. He finishes and doesn't notice Mary getting up and leaving. The girl runs into the forest and promises herself that she will survive. She runs to the lake and dives into the water. Mary swims with all her might. She swims very quickly, but the bullet turns out to be faster. The girl is bleeding. It begins to rain heavily, and Francis suggests that they quickly find a place to spend the night. Late in the evening, Craig and his henchmen come to the house on the lake. They say that they had an accident and their car broke down. Mary's mom lets strangers into the house. The electricity in the house is lost due to a thunderstorm. John examines Francis's nose and administers first aid. Emma notices that Justin looks strange. Craig talks about how their car broke down and asks for a ride to the nearest hospital. But John says their daughter took the car and never returned. Mary's parents think that she stayed overnight with a friend. John invites guests to spend the night in the guest house. Justin goes to the bathroom and notices Mary's photo on the refrigerator. He understands that they came to her parents' house. Francis is afraid to tell the truth because he knows that his father will kill everyone. Before leaving, Justin leaves Mary's medallion, which he dropped on the table. Meanwhile, the wounded Mary swims up to the house. The criminals go to bed, and John decides to lock the front door. The guests also seem strange to him. John goes out into the backyard and sees his daughter injured. He carries her into the house and begins to massage her heart. He manages to bring Mary back to life. John reduces the pressure in his daughter's lungs and examines her body. Meanwhile, Emma finds Mary's pendant and realizes that they are sheltering criminals. After examining his daughter's body, John understands what was done to her. He tells his wife that their daughter was raped. John says that Mary needs to go to the hospital urgently, but they don't have a car. The nearest house is 5 miles away. John comes up with a plan. He wants to start an old motorboat and sail to his neighbors. Meanwhile, Justin sneaks up on his father's gun. John leaves to look for the keys to the boat. Francis can't sleep and decides to visit Emma. The woman invites him to drink together and says that her husband has already gone to bed. She tries to distract him so he doesn't see Mary. Francis thinks that Emma is seducing him, but suddenly she stabs him with a knife. Francis attacks Emma, but her husband comes to her aid. Together they stop Francis and kill him. John couldn't find the key. He thinks that the key is in the guest house. He suggests going there as it is the only way to save his daughter. They enter the house and see Justin with a gun. The guy gives the gun to John. Craig wakes up and a fight breaks out. Craig runs, but his girlfriend continues to fight. John and Justin work together to take her down. Craig enters the house and sees his brother. He finds Mary's photo in a pool of blood on the table. He realizes that he made a mistake when he came to this house. Emma finds her daughter in the boat and stays with her. Meanwhile, John finds Craig and plans to fight for his family, but Craig turns out to be stronger. Justin goes into the house to help John stop his father. Justin asks his father to stop, but Craig asks his son to shoot so he can become a real man.
Dude.
Craig grabs the guy and wounds him in the chest. The father is about to teach his son one last lesson, but Emma comes to the rescue and together they defeat the criminal. They get on the boat and go to the hospital. They take the wounded Justin with them. A few days later, John comes to visit his captive. He turns on the microwave and now he has taken full revenge for what Craig did to his family. And this is where the film ends. Write your opinion about this in the comments. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell to be the first to watch new videos.